All right. What is up, Facebook world? Welcome to the Cat at Home series. My name is Dustin Adams. I am the product specialist for Caterpillar, covering the backhoe loader market in North America. And I am joining you today from my home in sunny North Carolina. I'm going to be covering some new backhoe loader information with you today. We're going to be covering the new model lineup of backhoe loaders that have literally just gone into production and started shipping. And so hopefully by the end of this session, you will learn something new about our new line of backhoe loaders. And we'll be chomping at the bit to go talk to your local dealer to see what's new coming your way. Before we get started, I'm going to be going through a presentation, but I ask that if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, please feel free to share those with us in the comment section. I will do my best to answer those questions as we go along, but I will give some time towards the end of this session to answer those questions. So if you're watching live, go ahead and submit the questions. I'll try to get you an answer right then. If you're watching a rebroadcast of this or watching this on YouTube, feel free to go ahead and add those comments as well, and one of our guys will get back to you with some information and hopefully the answer that you're looking for. So just a quick reminder, tune in next week. We're going to have Caterpillar soil compaction technology representative Dave Girding joining us, and he's going to be going through the same event that we're going through, the Cat at Home series. So tune in next week to learn about soil compaction technology. So without further ado, let's jump into the Cat backhoe loaders. We are really excited. This has been a project that's been underway for a few years now. One of the things that we do at Caterpillar is we try not to rest on our laurels. We try to push technology and push the envelope to keep things fresh. And so we did just that, updating our F2 series to our next generation of backhoe loaders. When we go into a program, we kind of set forth an idea or a mantra that we're going to shoot for. And with this program, our idea was completely wrapped around more comfort, more performance, and more versatility. From a more comfort standpoint, we know that if our operators are not comfortable, they are not going to be able to spend those long hours that are required in that machine. And they're going to dread getting in the morning and be looking forward to getting out in the afternoon. So we want to focus on operator comfort and ergonomics. And so that was one of our goals with this model lineup. More performance. We know that the better performing your machine is, the more efficient you're going to be, the more dirt you're going to move, and the more money that you're going to rake in moving that dirt. So that was a good focus for us. And then more versatility. More and more our operators, our customers have to be very diversified in what they do. We know that their job sites are changing on a daily basis. And so you may be doing road work in the summertime and then turn around doing road clearing or snow clearing in the wintertime. And we want to put a machine out there or put a machine in your hands that will be able to do all those jobs and do those jobs well for you. More versatility, it means more machine utilization. It means a quicker return on investment for you and your business. So that's what we're shooting for. At CAT, we run new product introduction programs or NPI programs. And those NPI programs are focused on the voice of the customer and voice of the dealer. And those things that I just talked about, the comfort, performance, and versatility. And with that, we shot for a new engine update. We introduced a new Cat C 3.6 engine in these machines. Not only is a common engine between our 415 all the way up to our 430 model backhoe loader, but we're sharing this engine platform across many different Cat products. And so that all that is a good thing for our customer, because we're learning more and more about that engine, and we're able to get that engine out in more customers' hands. Operator experience. If you've been around the last couple of years, you know we introduced the 440 and the 450 backhoe loader with some new technology, new creature comforts, more ergonomic operator design. And so we wanted to take what we built off those two models and bring it down into our 14-foot size class machine, and really give that benefit to the end user. Performance. You know, I spend a lot of time on the road. I spend a lot of time talking to our dealers and talking to our customers, and there is nothing we can do better than to listen to the voice of our customers and listen to our customers about what they want and what they need. And the feedback has been they need more performance. They give us competitive analysis. We do competitive analysis. We know what our competitors are doing, and we know that they are doing things well. And so we're keeping an eye on them and raising our game, and I'm sure in turn they're raising their game based off of what we do as well. And then just more and more becoming more efficient, not only on the job site, but even back in our factories. By introducing this line of machines, we're able to commonize a lot of design features, which creates better operating efficiencies back at our plant, which we're able to pass those savings along to our customers. Fuel savings on the back end with our customer ourselves, with some changes to the engine, the update of the engine, and some changes to our hydraulics. We were able to realize up to about 13 to 15% fuel savings. And then again, back to that versatility comment, just more machine or improved machine utilization with more versatility. So that was kind of the marching orders that we gave ourselves, and we think we did a really good job of it. So let's introduce you to the new family of backhoe loaders. Here at CAT, we categorize our machines by dig depth. We know that our customers categorize them by many different ways, whether it's a brand loyalty or it's horsepower ratings. But we tend to categorize our machines by dig depth off the back end. And so we have our 14-foot size class machines, our 15-foot size class machines, and the 17-foot size class. In that 14-foot size class, we've got our entry-level models with the 415 and the 416. And what I like to tell people is these machines are entry-level machines that have a premium feel to them. If you jump in a 415 or a 416, you don't know whether you're sitting in an entry-level or a premium level machine. The operator station is laid out identical to our premium level machines. We don't cut any corners on controls or anything like that. The only difference that if you have a very keen eye is you may see some features missing that you may have in a 420 or 430 or maybe even a 450. You may see some of those features missing. But as far as quality and layout of those cabs, that 415 and 416 is a entry-level machine with a premium feel. Then we go to our flagship models, the 420 and the 420 XE. Those have been our tried and true models throughout the years, are by far our most popular, most productive models out there. And we have nurtured that model lineup for a number of years now. And we think that we have done a really good job. And the feedback we have gotten has been overwhelmingly positive with what we've done with the 420. So we've got our flagship model in that 14-foot size class. We have two different levels of 420s now. We have the standard 420 that has pilot controls and MP hydraulics off the front. And then with the 420 XE, that is a full machine that puts a lot of different controls in the operator's hands. And I'm excited today because I'm going to share some more detail with you in just a couple of slides about the 420 XE in particular. In the 15-foot size class, we've got the 430 and the 440. 430 has been in our lineup for a number of years, but that 440 is a brand new model. that we introduced in 2019 as a complement to the 15-foot size class. That 440 is the workhorse. It is the absolute brute of the lineup. It outlifts, it has more breakout forces than any other machine in our model lineup, and we're super proud of it. And we've had it out there now for about a year and gotten really, really good feedback on it. So that if you're looking for something heavy to pick up, look no further. That 440 is the machine for you. And then we've got our 17-foot size class machine, the machine that you probably don't see too many of, but it's that 15-foot size class machine, and it takes that 440 to a whole nother level. It's got the same controls, same fit and feel, but it does have that 17-foot size class for that extra reach and extra lift capacity off the back end. So what have we done to our backhoe loaders? So today I'm going to cover the 420XE for you, our brand new model in our 14-foot size class. You can see from the screen here that there's just way too many features to talk about in depth today. But I'm going to leave this slide up on the screen right now just for a moment. We're gonna cover some things. I'm gonna keep in that same spirit of comfort, versatility, and performance in the next few slides. But I want to leave this slide up here just for a second so you can take a look at it. If you see anything on the screen that you've got a question about, feel free to send a question in and I can answer that question. I will come back to this slide a little later. So that you'll have a moment to look at it and ask any questions about it. But like I said, in the spirit of versatility, comfort, and performance, let's move to the next slide and talk about operator comfort. So what's the big deal or the X factor with the 420XE? It's going to absolutely be our seat mounted controls. This is a feature that we introduced on the 440, 450 last year, where it takes the controls off of pods or stands in the back of the machine for the backhoe and a separate loader lever in the front of the machine to control your loader hydraulics, and it puts them at arm's reach and attaches them to your seat, much like a skid steer joysticks. As an operator, if I'm facing forward, I've got two controls in my hand and I've got a steering wheel in front of me. My left-hand joystick is going to be inoperable, and my right-hand joystick is going to control my loader. If I need to spin around and dig a trench off the back of the machine, those controls are going to stay with me, and it allows me to have more leg room in the back of the machine and does not require me to readjust those pods to get just right. So it's making me more efficient throughout the day with less adjustments. And so I can spin around and I can dig a trench right off the back of the machine and have those controls in my hands at all times. Now, another unique feature with these controls, it actually allows me to sit offset and dig as well. We know not every job site is created equal, and we know that there's going to be obstacles that you're going to have to contend with throughout the day. And you're not always going to be sitting at a full perpendicular angle to the load you're loading or the trench you're digging in. And so with these controls, it allows you to sit at a 45-degree angle, at a 30-degree angle, anywhere within range between fully forward and fully rear, and allow you to run that backhoe off the back. It's as simple as hitting an override switch so that you can operate more efficiently and have a better view of the task at hand. Another thing these these seat mounted controls allow you to do is operate in dual mode. Dual mode is a feature we phrased as dual mode that allows you to be facing rear. And if you need to reposition yourself, you can squeeze and hold a trigger on the left-hand joystick and operate the loader. So you can raise that loader bucket, and then you can reposition yourself with the backhoe boom and stick. A lot of people refer to that as duck walking. So it allows you to continue to duck walk or get yourself out of a sticky situation with two controls in your hand. A lot of times when I'm explaining seat mounted controls, the first question that comes to me is, are you doing joystick controls or joystick steering like medium excavators and other products like that? And the answer right now is no. We're doing our very best to get our hands around those new seat mounted controls and really understand what our full functionality and what our full capability is with those controls. But at this point, we do not have plans or a project in place to go to stick steering, as others would call it. So that's usually a question that comes next when I start talking about the seat mounted controls. You can see on the screen there are several advantages to the seat mounted controls with improved ergonomics, increased floor space in the back of the cab because you don't have those pods, improved operator efficiency because I'm not constantly spinning around and adjusting pods to get things right. Dual mode that gives me the ability to operate the implements to the rear of me while I'm facing the opposite way. And then the offset digging or the offsets operation as I explained with the operating at a 45-degree angle. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the performance. The first thing we did when we started looking at the 420, we went out and we surveyed our customers, spent a lot of time on the road talking to customers and dealers, trying to understand what was working really, really well with our lineup of backhoe loaders and what needed to be improved upon. We went out and we analyzed our competitors and took time to see what they were doing really well. And so based off that, we decided we wanted to push the technology envelope a little bit more, and we introduced electronic loader controls. Very simply put, electronic loader controls allows the machine and the machine ECM to do a lot of the work for the operator. So when I'm loading material with a set of forks, I can turn parallel lift on, and it keeps that load perfectly parallel as I raise and lower that load. So if I'm loading loading bricks and I have a few loose bricks on top, I'm not bumpy and tilting my load to potentially dump those loose articles. Parallel lift is going to keep it perfectly level for me as I raise and lower it. It is selectable, so as an operator, I can either turn it on or turn it off simply by going into the operator screen. Another thing that we're introducing with the electronic loader controls is upper loader kickout. Allows the operator to program a loader kickout height and a return to dig, dump, or rack angle. And so the best way I like to explain that is, again, running a set of forks on this. I may be unloading a truck, and that truck may have some very, very sensitive material on it where I have to hit a particular height and a particular angle every single time in order to get into those fork pockets. And I can go in one time and set that angle and set that height and let the machine do the rest. All I have to do is pull that joystick back into the detent and rack it over into the detent, and it'll raise that loader control and set that bucket angle or fork angle for me, and I can just drive into the load and not have to do all these micro adjustments as I go in. So again, it takes a lot of the guesswork out of the operator's hands, which in some cases, depending on the operator, that is a good thing. We've got our workforce out there is constantly turning over, and while we have some very good, amazing operators with some time in the seat, we also have a lot of greenhorns out there, and those greenhorns need as much help as they can get, and we are putting some of that help into that machine to hopefully avoid some risk in product damage, whether it's unloading trucks or digging basements and getting the right bucket angle when you're digging basements. One more thing that we've done with the 420, we have actually increased our boom lift performance off the back end. We've redesigned our our boom cylinder. We have redesigned our boom cylinders, and we have increased our boom lift capacity off the back end by about 15%. And so that is just adding more capability and lift capability and breakout to our customers. And so that's something I think will be a welcomed addition to the 420 size class machine. Finally, versatility. Something that is brand new with this new line of backhoe loaders is we are now offering a loader coupler or an integrated tool carrier coupler to all models of backhoes. So anywhere from our entry level 415 all the way up to our premium plus model, the 450, you can add an IT coupler either from the factory or in the field and take advantage of that wide portfolio of backhoe loader attachments that our CAT backhoe loader or a CAT work tools team has put together. So adding an IT coupler to a backhoe allows you to change out buckets very quickly without getting out of the cab. You can throw on a set of forks and move material around the job site. Add a material handling arm if you're needing to get into a craning experience where you get into a tight space with craning. You can even throw on a broom and sweep a residential street at the same time. So there's a large portfolio of attachments out there, from brooms to snow pushes to buckets and forks, that this IT coupler will interface with. And this IT coupler has been out on the market on backhoe loaders for a number of many years. And that design has not changed. So that means it is interchangeable with our legacy products, all the way back into our C and D series machines, which spans back 10 to 15 years, and is interchangeable pretty much within every model lineup that we have out there. So we really encourage our customers to take a look at this IT coupler if they're looking for more versatility and better machine utilization, trying to find some work for that job or that machine during the off season. This IT coupler is a good opportunity to do that. So we've also offered a number of backhoe couplers for a number of years, and there's more than one backhoe coupler to offer, whether it's our dual lock pin grabber couplers that come in a manual form or a hydraulic form, to our pin puller coupler that is compatible with various competitive models. You can pick up competitive attachments and CAT attachments with that pin puller style coupler. And then if you're looking for a heavy duty coupler that will stand the test of time, it's going to be in some very aggressive applications. The pin lock coupler is going to be a good coupler, and it is also compatible with a various number of competitive models out there in the field. So couplers are an awesome tool to be able to change out attachments very quickly. As a product specialist, I have an inventory of backhoe loaders that I keep on site for demo purposes and for training purposes. And every single backhoe loader I bring into my fleet, I bring an IT coupler so I can change out tools very quickly. And I also bring in at least a manual dual lock pin grabber coupler, because it takes about 20 minutes out of changing out attachments by myself. If I am to use a manual coupler, I can change out an attachment with a manual coupler in less than a minute, versus having to do things very safely, to do things very by the book and adjust the pins and hammer those pins in and out. And if you're doing it by yourself, it can be a painstaking task, and it will take you some time by yourself to do that. So it could take you anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to change out attachments by hammering pins, versus less than a minute with the manual dual grabber coupler. So those are all available on all models of our machines, from 415 all the way up to 450, and those are retrofittable against some of our previous models of backhoe loaders as well. So if you're looking for more machine versatility and better machine utilization, that is a good tool to look at. A low cost alternative and addition to your machine to increase your machine utilization. There's a lot of resources out there these days. Obviously, we're coming to you at this Cat at Home series, and we're trying to bring you new information about cat backhoe loaders. But with the little amount of time that we have with you, it's going to be very difficult to talk about all the things that we have coming down the pipeline. So we encourage you to stay tuned on cat.com. You're going to be able to get product options out there, machine specifications. You'll be able to locate your local cat dealer and your local cat expert when it comes to our machines. And they're really going to be able to talk you through your decision making and really put you in the machine that is going to be best suited for your application, whether that's a particular backhoe loader or if it's another cat product. They will be there to be your local expert to work you through the decision making that you've got in front of you. The other thing that we like to do is we like to take advantage of our social media and our online presence with YouTube. And so we encourage you to subscribe to the Cat Landscape and Construction Trades channel on YouTube. On there, you're going to see a number of different product videos, walk around videos that are featuring product features and new models coming to North America. And so you'll start to see some more and more videos populated on there about the new lineup of cat backhoe loaders. We've got some hype videos out there right now on the 420XC to get you excited about that and see just see a few things in action that I've been talking about today. But we do encourage you to go out and talk to those guys and get online and take advantage of those online resources to get more information. So with that, I'm taking questions. If anyone out there has any questions about the new model lineup of cat backhoe loaders, 415 all the way through 450, I'm here to answer your questions. What I'm going to do is I'd like to go back to the features video and let you guys take a look at that and see if there's anything jumping out at you that is new and you have questions about. A couple of things that while we've got the time here, a couple of new things that we're doing is all of our backhoe loaders all the way from 415 through 450 now will be coming standard with four-wheel drive. You have the ability to disable four-wheel drive in the cab, but four-wheel drive is now standard on all of our backhoe loaders. Single tilt IT quick coupler, as I mentioned, to increase versatility. We do have IT couplers completely available for all models of backhoes. They are available from the factory or available with a quick install kit out in the field. And we're looking right now, we're analyzing the retrofit nature of those to see if those will fit on our F2 series, and we're pretty confident that they will. So we'll be, hopefully in the near future, we'll be updating those kits so that you can add those to your F and your F2 series down the line. Another thing that we're doing is on our 420 and our 430, our transmission option on that will be a standard power shift. So power shift is a manual transmission, but instead of using the old school gear shifter or stick shift, it will be as simple as twisting a lever on the steering column to cycle through those gears. So it is still a manual transmission, but you're cycling those gears by twisting a lever rather than jamming gears with the stick shift. On the 416, it will be an optional feature. So if you've got a customer or you got an operator who doesn't like shifting gears, that will be an option on the 416, and it's not quite available on the 415 at this time, but it is available on the 416. And then if you want to take it even a step further, those power shift transmissions can be updated to be an auto shift transmission. So you can make a transmission just like the transmission in your car or your truck, make it fully automatic, 6-speed transmission, let the machine do all the work for you in shifting gears. So those will be available on our new Cat backhoe loaders. So any questions out there that I can answer for you, please submit those now. Well, like I said, we are going to be doing a number of these Cat at Home series. The next one scheduled is next week with the Soil Compaction Technology Group, and Dave Girding is going to be the representative from that team bringing you information. As you watch this video, continue to submit your questions. We can answer questions after the fact, whether you're watching it on YouTube or you're watching it as a rebroadcast on our Facebook Live or Facebook page. Submit those questions and we'll get answers to you as quick as we can. But we greatly appreciate you tuning in today for this episode of Cat at Home. I am Dustin Adams. I'm the backhoe loader specialist for North America. And I was excited to bring the new information to you about Cat backhoe loaders. And hopefully you're walking away or you're closing out this session learning something new and exciting about Cat backhoe loaders. And so we'll see you next week, and hope to see you tune in next week for Dave Girding and the Soil Compaction Technology Group. Stay safe and have a great day.